Hello, today we are going to be taking you to the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium. Today we're going to be focusing on the aquarium. Once upon arriving at the zoo and aquarium, you must first walk up and buy your tickets from the ticket booth to get inside to view the aquarium and the zoo. After buying your tickets to get into the zoo and aquarium, you must go up the escalator that we are on to get inside of the park or zoo. After getting off the escalator, we can see the village market. This is a place where people can buy food to eat once inside the zoo. We can even see that they have picnic tables set up for you to sit and take a break and enjoy your food. As we make our way through the park, we can see people waiting in line to see the exhibits. On our journey, we come to a fork in the road. We see Mrs. Weaver pulling out her map to make sure where we are supposed to go and which road we're supposed to take to get to the aquarium. What are some ways that you use a map in your daily life? Pause the video and write down some of your answers. After walking our long journey around the zoo, we have finally made it to the aquarium. Pause the video and write down some of the animals that you think we might see once we get inside of the aquarium. Before entering into the aquarium, they have some fish set up outside in their own little tank. The fish that are inside this tank are the long-noose gar, which is considered a living fossil because all its relatives are extinct. The other fish is a lake sturgeon, which is a species that is native to Pennsylvania. As we continue to walk and leave the exhibit of the other two fish, we can see rocks and that they have a metal exhibit set up of the sea lions that we could possibly see once we get inside of the aquarium. As we continue to walk in the circle, we can see that we are now getting ready to enter the doors. To enter the aquarium, we must walk forward and wait for the automatic doors to open to let us through. Once walking through the doors, we can see that they have a little aquarium set up for different fish that we will see throughout our journey inside the aquarium. As we turn to continue walking, we can also see that they have different plants set up, that this could be something we might be able to see throughout our journey in the aquarium. As we continue to walk forward, we can see that they have different exhibits set up for us to enjoy. Pause the video and write down one reason you felt that the aquarium might have added plants into this exhibit. Coming up in the first fish tank that is to your right, we can see that they have black carpy, which prefers quiet, warm waters and often travels in schools, as well as white suckers. The sucker is named for its fleshy mouth, which is aimed downward and used as a feeding vacuum. As we make our way to our next exhibit, we can see the red rainbow fish. It was first introduced into international hobby in 1927. There are currently 53 species. Our next fish is the Lake Cubata rainbow fish. It is brilliantly colored and was first discovered in 1955. As we make our way to the next exhibit on your left, we see the electric eel. It is found in warm inland waters of South America and Central America. They are not true eels, however, they are actually members of the kinfish family, a group of about 85 electricity-producing species. As we continue to walk and look back to our right, we can see an American lobster. These lobsters shed their outer hard shell and grow. Most lobsters molt about 5 times a year and can live to be up to 100 years old. Can you spot the lobster in the left-hand corner? Can you guess what is set up behind him? Pause the video and write down your guess. You would be correct if you said it's a cage used to catch lobsters. As we make our way to our next tank, we can see many fish-eating anemones. With this, if you look at your left-hand corner, you can see a wolf eel. Most divers will let this wolf eel lie. Though by nature, a wolf eel will lunge mouth wide open at anything that approaches its hiding place. They are actually not an eel at all, but named this for their body shape as they are actually a fish, or called a wolf fish. They can grow to be 6 feet in length and have powerful canine teeth. As we make our way to the left, we can now see bat stars. Bat stars have between 4 and 9 arms with webbing in between that resemble bat wings, helping them get their name. Their arms, or the ends of their arms, help them to find food and act as their eyes. As we make our way to the back of the aquarium, we find our way to the penguins. This is one of the larger exhibits inside of the aquarium. They have 2 forms of penguins inside. They have the macaroni penguin and the Jinto penguin. Macaroni penguins have the yellow on top of their head. They are a species of penguin that is found in the sub-Antarctic to the Antarctic peninsulas. They are one of 6 species of crested penguins, and are very closely related to the royal penguin. The Jinto penguin is the 3rd largest penguin species. Unlike certain penguin species, Jintos do not have a yearly migration cycle. They also have orange-red beaks and feet that set them apart from their other close relatives. How many species of penguins do you think there are? Pause the video and write down your answer. If you said 18, you would be correct. As we continue to make our way around the exhibit, we see the moon jellyfish. These jellyfish have no heart, brain, or kidney, but they do have special organs around the edge of their transparent bodies that detects change in light, odor, and salt levels. If we turn and look to the left, we can see the shrimpfish. These are also commonly called razorfish. They prefer to live together in synchronized schools, and they swim vertically with their heads pointed downward and their tails up. This helps them to hide amongst branching corals, the spines of the sea urchins, and the seagrass beds in the indoor West Pacific Ocean. As we continue to look to our left, we can see the pot-bellied seahorse. Seahorses lack teeth and a stomach, but still have mighty appetite. Adults can eat 3,000 shrimp in a 10-hour period. How many seahorse are you able to spot, as they seem to be good hiders inside of this fish tank? If we now look to our right, we can see the diamondback terrapin. This is the largest range of all turtles in North America. They can be found as far south as Florida Keys and as far north as the Cape Cod. As we continue to look at the right side, we now can see the Percula clownfish. Does anyone remember these types of fish from Nemo? If we look closely, we can also see many of them swimming throughout their anemones, or what is considered to be their homes. As we continue throughout the aquarium, we see another large exhibit. In this exhibit, we can see the Queensland grouper. It is also known as a giant grouper. It is the largest bony fish found in coral reefs. They are most widespread species of grouper living in the Pacific, Indian, and Southeast Atlantic Ocean. Continue to look and see, swimming closely to the glass, we can see the black-tip reef shark. It is a true wolf of the sea, patrolling the reef's outer edge for fish that stray from their home base. This animal was seen at the beginning of this exhibit. It is called the zebra shark. It is found in coastal areas throughout the tropical Pacific and is named for its stripes it possesses as a juvenile. As we make our way through the rest of the exhibit to go down to the lower level, we can see that they have set up a magnificent water fountain towards the bottom with lots of trees and grass to make it feel as if we were walking through a jungle. As we continue to walk, we can see that they have set up rocks and trees. Like in the beginning of the video when I asked why you thought they may have set up these trees, please pause the video and let's share some of our reasons. As we come to a break in the rocks and the trees, we can see the Big-Tooth River stingray. It is found only in the basins of the Tocantins and Argaria rivers in Brazil. Though the top predator in its habitat, the fish is generally not aggressive to humans unless it feels threatened. As we continue through the exit, we can see that they have layered it with trees and other rocks. As we are now on the bottom level to exit, we can see the other half of the exhibit that held the sharks. On the lower half, we can see the big-nosed unicorn tang, which can quickly change their colors based on their mood or to better blend into their environment, the golden trevally, the striped cleaner warasse, which is used to eat dead cells off of other fish. We can also see some of the sharks as well if you look closely enough that were talked about on the upper part of the exhibit. Our last exhibit includes the California sea lion. Their habitats include rocky and sandy coast. Large groups of sea lions on land are called colonies, and water small groups are called rafts. Their range includes western shores of British Columbia, Canada, the US, and northern Mexico. Wet sea lions seem to have a sleeker and appear black in color. When dry, their coarse hairs take on a velvety feel, and they range in color from light tan or golden blonde in females to chocolate and dark brown in males. In the video, we can see them swimming back and forth in their tank, and if you look up above, you can even see them swimming above our heads at certain points. As we make our way through the walkway to exit the park, think about what your favorite part or favorite animal was of the day. After walking the long journey back, we must get on the elevator to go down to the lower level to make our way back to our car. After getting off the elevator, we must walk the path to walk back to our car to leave the aquarium and zoo. Have you figured out what your favorite part of the day was? Thanks for joining us on our trip to the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium, focusing on the aquarium. We hope you had an awesome time and to see you back again. At the end of the video, if you would like to tell us about your favorite part or favorite animal, please raise your hand to be called on. We can't wait to hear about your experience and your favorite part or animal.